Hello? Is everyone
Hello?
there? I'm joined by a friend today.
Hello, how is everybody?
I
I'm
wanted
gonna-
to jump right into San Cabrillo today. And yeah. How you doing? I'm joined by Concord Forge over here. It's been a while since I had a little co-host. How you doing today, buddy?
Doing okay, doing okay. I've been playing Planet Coaster like a madman.
That's
but
crazy.
happy to do some time hanging out with you with Planet Zoo. I'll be taking a look at the chat for you, so
For sure.
you don't have to pay too much attention to that.
That's excellent. So let me actually unpause, get some motion in here. I see a lot of people today. I see Chrono is here. I see Shemp Howard is here, my good friend. I see Crocco, Dillis, Niloticus is here. XO. We have so many awesome people. I see Puggy Boy. Puggy Boy, I was messing around in Minecraft. Who knows what's going to come out of that. But we're zooing today. We're absolutely zooing. Whole goal today is to figure out what the hell to do over here. Also, I think my latency should be good. I don't know. I should also stream towards you, Forge, just so that you can actually see.
Okay,
That might
yeah.
help. So, hope everyone's having a lovely evening. The lady is out today, so I have full reign to stream. But yeah, I don't know what to do. I have some ideas, and I figure we can kind of just talk and figure out what we can do. The Minecraft mod,
if-
that's awesome.
Hear me out.
Yes.
You do something with an animal this time.
Shut up. Get out.
No,
That's
I'm
fine.
just saying, this is your third stream with San Cabrillo recently that you've put something about we're building for gorillas and then made that a lie to your viewers.
Okay. I'm being called out here on my very own stream.
Like, don't get me wrong, everything looks amazing.
It's so
but-
sad. No, I agree. I think it's time. I think what I want to do over here is get a little waterfall action going on. Just so we actually have a purpose for this bridge. But I'm worried about how to do that. I think kind of having it come around this corner over here might be fun. What haven't I done? That's honestly true. Big old true right there. Also, I'm going to pause the game so it doesn't go crazy. But yes, Planet Zoo 2. What are your thoughts on that, Forge?
I think it's the right time. You know, I think people were kind of wanting this game to go on forever, but to a certain point, it's just like that's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
And I think honestly, with how much that I've been playing Planet Coaster 2, there's stuff about Coaster that I feel like Zoo needs.
Like what?
Like, okay, so scaling, of course. You've been seeing what I've been doing with Nick in Planet Coaster. Like, we've cranked out like 200 Disney characters in the
Oh,
past,
yes.
like, couple weeks. But like, just having scaling alone brings into that so much possibilities. Like, I think of the stuff that Captain Callum does on the workshop, the
For
birds
sure.
and whatever. And I think that, like, you know, of course we want to get birds in Planet Zoo 2.
Yes.
We want to get maybe aquariums, but if we had scaling, it's like, yeah, okay, we want as many birds and fish as we can get, but whatever we don't, we can just build if we have scaling. And with a level of detail that people already go through the roof with detail in Planet Zoo. So I think that they could do insane things if they had that. But then also just like the pathing. I think about how many times that even with free build, I've probably spent 5 or 6 hours of my life just on pathing in Planet Zoo.
That's
trying
a
to get
fair
to work
estimate.
when it hasn't been working.
I mean, look at me doing this
Probably
right
more than
now.
that,
It's
if we're being honest.
It's always a struggle.
And so it's just like that stuff. Really, it's weird because the things about Zoo that I want different have nothing to do with the Zoo stuff. I have no issue with the roster from Planet Zoo 1 for the most part, you know.
Yeah. Let me ask you this. There's so many things I want to uncover about a Planet Zoo 2. But let's just say we did get one last DLC for Planet Zoo 1. And this goes to chat, too. What would your ideal send-off DLC be?
My ideal send-off DLC. Okay, there's two ways I would go about it. One, I'd do just Zookeeper Pack 2. Like, essentially, I would call it something different, but just fan favorites. You know, everybody wanted the walrus. Everybody wants the secretary bird. All those things that just kept coming up. Coati, things like that. Not geographic, not tied to a certain biome.
Yes.
But you also know me. And you know how I feel about zoo animals. And how much I would chomp at the bit for a safari thing to close it out, which I feel like would be poetic in the fact that this game started out as Planet Safari, right?
It did.
I'm pretty sure.
Indeed. Yeah, that's... I love that.
Florida pack?
Florida would be kind of crazy.
That'd be a weird one to sign off on.
Yeah.
Except for, like, manatee.
Yeah, the more I think about it, the more cursed it would kind of be, because, like, I don't know. I'm thinking about how, for the original Jurassic World Evolution, they had... Hold on, I need my Indonesian wood. The Return to Jurassic Park DLC. And what that had in it was the aviaries. And that was kind of like the introduction to how they would be like in Jurassic World Evolution 2 and beyond. So... I don't know. I think that would have been an awesome little kind of, just like a little sneak peek or like a little flavor test, you know? But
yeah,
Florida,
I feel like there's a difference though.
Yeah.
Like when you think of Jurassic, if you're thinking about like if they were to add an aviary, with Jurassic, they got to do that and it was reasonable because what are you going to put an aviary in a game about dinosaurs?
Yeah, pteranodons, and that's
You're
about
gonna
it.
Right, and every other one is going to be something like that for the most part. But like in Zoo, let's say they do something at the end that's like, oh yeah, we're giving you bald eagle, macaw, and something else, like an owl or something, and that's it. It's just like there's a billion other birds that people would be upset that they don't have.
For sure. But I feel like those animals alone would be like such a good kind of like heavy hitter bunch, you know? They're like the ones you think about.
I'd rather, if we were doing something like that to round things out, I would say aquatics.
Oh yeah.
Give us a DLC that's just, you know, manatee, sea turtle, cow-nose ray, and let's just throw in the walrus and another penguin or something like that. Where it's like it introduces it, but in a way that it's like, we're not even going to, besides maybe a stingray, because, you know, zoos these days, stingrays are like a staple. Besides that, you're not getting into the fish, not setting an expectation that you're not going to live up to, etc.
I like that. I'm seeing a lot of fun ones from chat too. Gummy Gamer fleshed out their little Florida pack. Florida Panther. Gummy, listen. I think if Frontier ever tried to resell the cougar labeled under Florida Panther, people would actually riot. I think there would be fires on the street. Oh my gosh, yeah. And like the elephant at least has the chance of like, yeah, it's like a significant model increase from the original Asian elephant, but I feel like the original cougar, even though I do love the remaster, it's already so good. So, I don't know. I think that would be very funny to see, but, you know, that's about my takeaway
Nile
right
crocodile animal pack. I think, like, honestly, the fact that we're getting out of this with how many crocodilians and not a Nile crocodile is insane to me.
Spectacled caiman over Nile crocodile is kind of crazy.
2 caimans.
Yeah.
Which,
Cuvier's
I like both of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the spectacled caiman too. It's just like, I feel like we should have got the Nile croc. That should have been an anniversary animal, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But then, okay, extinct pack. People are talking about, you know.
That would be fun.
I hate how I've kind of come around.
Yeah.
Of just like, you know, Zoo Tycoon with, you know, your unicorn, your yeti, your couple of extinct things. Bring some whimsy back.
I just think
that
so many of these games lack so much fun nowadays. And I think that's just something that needs to be reclaimed. Because, I don't know, I play this game, Planet Zoo, and most of the time, I'm kind of just doing this. I'm making a realistic habitat. And nothing really pushes me to think outside of that, except for mods.
And I will say that the collabs that we've done have really pushed the boundaries of what I consider to do for this game. Of just like, when we did our Extinct Zoo, when we did Samudra, when we've been working on our other projects that, who knows if those will actually end up happening.
I would like to get back to those soon. They're fun. It's just...
Yeah. I just have not had the drive to play.
Yeah.
You know...
It's tough.
And, like, Planet Coaster has been nice for me because I can pop in, make a couple characters, pop out. Like, every time that I try to start building, I just kind of lose focus and lose interest. But, you know, with Zoo at this point, it's just kind of like, I don't want to bum things out, but just like, you know, becoming a dad.
Yes.
And whatnot. It's just like I have less time to spend on this.
I feel that too. Yeah.
It's just like I don't want to keep going with projects that I'm not finishing. Especially if like I'm not having fun like I used to, which is I think the real curse of having Coaster 2 come out is just all of the improvements. Every time I go back, it feels like I have to relearn what to do. But then, you know, when people like us have played Planet Zoo for at least 4 out of the 6 years or whatever, and we do like realistic building, it's just kind of like, you know, what haven't we done?
Yeah, and I think that's just something that we're starting to discover as we play this game more and more. It's just, we've really played this to death. And yeah, a new game is going to be, it's going to be such a good change compared to everything else. I don't know. It's going to bring in so much more fun.
What do I have right now? Almost 6,000 hours. Granted, hundreds of those hours are me just leaving things on because I didn't want to reload a map.
Yeah.
But, thousands of hours put into this game. And, you know, part of that was during the lockdown. Part of that was when I was in grad school and had some, like, free time or whatever. And, like, I have free time now, but it's different. It's like, I can't sit down for a whole Saturday and crank out an entire section of my zoo.
No.
So, like, if Planet Zoo 2 brings in stuff that, you know, kind of makes building snappier, easier, that would keep me playing. And I'm probably not going to have half as many hours in Planet Zoo 2 as I do in Planet Zoo 1.
Yeah, different
that's
circumstances,
just a factor of life.
Of course. Yeah.
But I'm going to come out and say it. There hasn't been ever a better zoo game than Planet Zoo.
Yeah.
Like,
I would agree wholeheartedly. I mean, just Planet Zoo has completely eclipsed Zoo Tycoon. I think there's still a bunch of missing elements. I do think the whole marine factor is gone. I think the extinct animal factor, that's just going to be something we'll never see again, unfortunately, is like being able to make that big mega park. But I don't know, it's just such a good little sandbox, and I think there's so much merit to it for that.
And you look at stuff like what Rick does and what Haribo, what Haribo and Christina have done in this game, of just like, I think these games, when you look at them as platforms, as mediums for creation, it's so good because you don't have to make zoos. And I think that's one of the things that I've really appreciated with Coaster, is also just the abundance of things you can do.
Minecraft.
That if you do stuff that's not zoos, you can still have fun with the game. And I feel like one thing that Zoo has done so much better with Coaster is piece diversity.
Yes.
That you can do so much more with the pieces in Zoo.
And that's just a factor of Coaster has only been out for so long. Granted, there are all the free themes, and a bunch of them are great. A bunch of them have great pieces. But you've been building in that game for, I want to say, upwards of like a couple weeks at this point. And there's really not that much in terms of diversity, even though you have a bunch of themes. It's just what you're able to do with it.
Yeah, and so one of the things I really hope that we get in Zoo 2 is just a continuation of the pieces that we have in,
absolutely,
in Zoo 1. Crocco's been talking about walkthrough exhibits need a massive overhaul.
Honestly, I'm kind of happy with the walkthrough exhibits. I think the only issue I have with them is the fact that there's only one-way paths. I think if they kind of bump it up a little bit so that you can put your own little snap to here's your guest entrance or whatever, I think that might be able to fix them up just enough.
I would do it kind of like treat it more like a facility type thing, like the restaurants, where you place down specific items and the animals will do their pre-recorded animations at the specific items. Where it's just like, if you want butterflies, you don't have to use the out of the box one that they do, where you just like drop in, I want to put a butterfly, like little birdhouse type thing that I can't even think what you would call that, like a vivarium or whatever.
Yeah.
That they hang on. Then put a fruit place, but then you could also put another fruit place right across from it or something like that, where it's just like, give some diversity of how you can build. I don't have a problem with the system for the animals. I just think that it is very restrictive.
Yes. I want to go back to something that you were saying before in regards to, sorry, I gotta make sure I'm placing this down correctly. This being a platform more than just what the face value gives. So, I don't know, sorry, my throat. I don't know if you saw the video that I was talking about earlier, but One Planet Coaster creator actually took Planet Coaster and made it into a survival horror game. So
yes.
They used,
I haven't watched it, but
it's good.
The concept.
So the whole idea behind that, for everyone who's unfamiliar with Planet Coaster, they have an entire trigger system in the game. So you can walk up to a sequence player in Tegidcam and click spacebar, and once you click spacebar, it activates whatever that you have. So essentially, you're going through the back rooms and you're collecting like little beepers or whatever. They emit sound, they have lights. It's really innovative stuff. But they did a whole bunch of other tricks with that, where they were able to make something kind of like a logic gate where you use a slide to get to a different area and it automatically transports you there, right? But that also triggers something else to occur in the same map, so it occurs kind of on random when you least expect it. It's really, really awesome.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That's insane.
So
like,
that got me thinking.
I gotta check that out, but
it got me thinking about
the idea of like. This is your stream. I'm so sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. You're good. I just wanted to say it got me thinking about how to use that as kind of like a way to get, I don't know. I was like, it would be cool to get like a hunting game inside a Planet Coaster using the new kind of free release shoot 'em up ride or whatever. I thought that would be a really, really fun application of that, but that takes someone with a lot more skill than I can.
Which makes me think, I should really be trying to do a ride after I've got all these characters. So I might start that up. But like the idea always has been in my mind of what if we took in Zoo, like what if we took Zoo to make adventure maps,
Yeah.
Like that I feel like is one kind of area that hasn't really been explored. Like with the way that things work in Planet Zoo, you could make these just elaborate walking trails through a forest that the way things work, it could be really cool, but just like it hasn't really been done before.
For sure.
Which part of it is you don't have the same control over stuff as you do in Coaster. Like I know that there's no reason for it to be in Zoo, but like why would we not get the triggerable stuff? Why would we not get like the animation abilities? Because those are just so good. I love it.
It's
so
already
much
like a functional system in the game, so they just have to bring it over, which would be excellent.
I feel like building this game into a way for people to tell stories would be a really smart thing that I don't think they really think about. So if you ever get their ear, Mr. I got to be on the anniversary video.
Oh God. Oh man.
Mention that a little bit.
Yeah. I would love to. I mean, there's so many things about a sequel to this game. Also, I gotta catch up with chat very quickly. Hello, Gourmet. Hello. Who else we have? Canu. Very nice to see you. Barnyard Josh.
Barnyard Josh.
Heck yeah. But yeah, there's so many things that I would change up about this game. Like, nothing that would impact the general playability of it, because I understand at the end of the day, the key market for Planet Zoo that they're going to appeal to at the end of the day are the people who pick this game up after watching like someone stream it and they play it for about 40 hours or something. But I would absolutely love to see just so much more just playability and just like customization. I think having the limits really hinders us as creators, as players. So just the ability, if they are able to, take those training wheels off and really let us play around with the tools that they can allow us to use, would be so, so awesome.
Yeah.
I'm also making
such a good game.
I'm also making a little bit of I don't know what you would call this. Hold on, I need a person for scale. Making a little bit of a kind of vendor area. I'm not sure what you would call it. It's funny how now I'm finally right next to the gorillas, but I'm still not building for them. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'll get back to them soon.
Next time, this is the stepping stone toward that.
Yes. No, I promise. I'm going to try my best to do it today. At least get some basis on there. My issue is there's barely any reference for the habitat. Then again, I didn't pull any up beforehand. So that's kind of my own making right there. But I do have Google Maps open
right now. Get a C-3PO animated figure.
I love that for you.
I'm trying to do Star Tours.
That's awesome. Especially with would you use the 4D theater?
Probably not. The idea I think right now is I'm just gonna try to make the like ride vehicle inside. Because I don't know. What I really would love is a simulator like that.
Yeah.
More so than just giving us the whatever it's called.
The flying theater.
Theater.
Yeah. I I saw a video on that the other day where someone just made a movie theater in it, and I thought that was super cute. Like, I don't know. There's some kind of charm with it. And what the person did, they actually... How's that for height? Hold on. Just a little bit higher.
Is this like a kiosk for food?
Yeah, but it's closed, so I don't need to do as much work.
I think that is the perfect height, but yeah.
Oh, yeah. But... where are the fish? I don't know. Do I have any fish in here? I don't think so. The San Diego Zoo doesn't really have fish. That's the shame. It's at Birch.
Dude. No, you're not remembering this zoo, right? Because I'm pretty sure there's numerous places where you can see like cichlids and
But cichlids.
and stuff like that.
You count cichlids in that?
Fish are fish, man.
That's true.
Like, this is the thing that us doing our crazy like life listing stuff has gotten me, is just now it's like I see a cool bug and I'm like, I have to take a picture. Like, all animals, that. I might not enjoy all of them, but I appreciate all of them.
I gotta do something about this roof. Curved. No, I completely agree. I mean, just working with iNat has been such an eye-opener for myself in terms of, like, the cool animals that are out there, what's in my own backyard. The other day, I pooped my pants, quite literally, because there was a salamander in my backyard. I don't live necessarily where salamanders should be, which is kind of the craziest part. But no, it was just so cool. I don't know. It helps me appreciate it. I miss Harambe
I really
too.
need to figure out how to herp, because I live in like the most amphibian dense place in the United States now. So but also I found out on my town's like Facebook page, somebody saw a bear like in the middle of town.
That's awesome. Have you ever seen a wild bear?
I have not.
Gotcha.
Which is like, you know, now I live in Tennessee, so it's perfect for me too. But we'll see. I have considered going on the Facebook page and being like, hey, if you see the bear, tell me, because I do wildlife photography, which is the most palatable way to tell people I freak out about animals, even if you're not actually like a photographer.
That's a good cover up. Yeah.
Like,
I'm usually known as the animal guy. I think that's a good way of kind of, you know, making that sound a little bit better.
But even then, it's just like, you know, I've had to tell people that I meet with work that like I'm really crazy about animals, but even like that sounds weird. So saying I like to do wildlife photography, you're not lying. You're saying what your hobby is, but you have a little bit more credibility.
For sure. All right,
I want to see a bear.
Believe me, I do too. I am
Dude,
liking...
come on, you freaked out when you were in the same space as a coyote.
That's also true.
You don't want
but
to see
like,
a bear.
I do want to see it though. I still take that coyote story, and I wear that with pride. That was still one of the coolest experiences of my life. All right.
I'm trying to figure out how to make this this animation work, because I want to get C-3PO's arms to move while he moves on a rotation. So it's just kind of trying to figure out how to do that. You're getting more and more requests from Fish. It is from the same person, but
Crocco. Oh man.
I'm beginning to agree.
What? That I need more fish? I don't think that's...
How many fish do you have in your zoo?
I have a grand total of 0.
You're kidding. You have that like Asian garden and you don't even have koi?
Oh, no. I do have koi. Where are they?
You do have koi. Okay.
Yeah.
So you have exactly
right in
one
here.
species of fish.
Yes. All right. Gorillas. Gorillas are my favorite fish. I'm going to make something for gorillas in here. Look at them all sleeping like this. I love them.
This is
I
what
love them
happens
so
when you
much.
add anti-homeless benches to the gorilla habitat.
That's... Oh, man. Really shouldn't have added that.
been-
That's such a shame.
I've been playing too much Pokemon, sorry.
That's funny. Alright, I need these. I'm gonna split this up. Leaf koi or fish? You don't think I know that? They're domestics. They're the domestic
idea of
carp.
domesticated fish is really funny to me.
But
I
like,
don't know why, but just saying domestic fish just sounds funny.
yeah, because like you usually
Fish
think of
milk.
like it's either fish milk. Gotta say, does not sound appetizing.
You're not.
I'm not what?
You're not believing hard enough.
Oh man,
You just
Go-
gotta believe, man.
I just need a fish milkshake, just to prove myself wrong.
Okay, never mind. I'm dialing. I'm going back. No, don't say fish milkshake.
Oh man. Alright, I need to figure out how I'm gonna make these climbing frames. I have like a very vague view of it in Google Maps right now. I think I know what to do. So, I want to get at least a little bit of terrain movement in here. So I want some kinds of points of interest where the rock kind of comes up. So, when are we going to get Forge to play Jurassic World Evolution 3?
When somebody buys me the game.
Oh, man. You got me there.
I'd do it, but I'm not paying more than $25 for that game.
I don't blame you. It's a great game, do not get me wrong, but also I understand your building style. You'll probably want to wait a bit
Like,
for it.
Let me see.
I forgot how to make rock work.
Right?
Yeah.
It's just.
That's the thing, I spend too much time away from this damn game. I do want some sheer cliffs right here, though. I'm using the plaster pieces. Great piece over here. Great piece.
Crocco, when I went to San Diego this summer, I saw a wild nudibranch, which meant that I saw the first nudibranch I've ever seen, I think. So that was really
That's
awesome.
awesome.
I think it was a Spanish shawl. We went
I
out
think I
tide
remember you
pooling
saying that,
by,
yeah.
by Birch. Yeah.
That's so good. I need to get back to scuba diving so bad, but the water is too cold now, which makes me very sad.
$10 off of Jurassic World on PC. $50 still though.
Yeah.
No.
Still a bit steep.
Yeah. Because I would probably, you know me, I'd probably build like a safari, like resort type thing.
Yeah.
Try to make as African as possible, but in Jurassic.
Which honestly is possible. The pieces are there for that, which I think is pretty fun. Also, I'm going with the classic. Whatever the hell I made for these. Just like the big chunky logs. Also, I like the colors in them. They just look nice. I'm just a coward. What do you mean? You're
For
coming in
what?
here to my chat. I think it was in regards to me not wanting to dive when it's like freezing cold.
Oh. I mean, that's kind of fair.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll say it. I'll come out and say it. There's nothing wrong with being a coward.
What? I'm being flamed right here in my own stream.
I'm not. That's not me calling you one. I'm just like, you know what? If you're defending yourself, like, yeah, to be a coward about going into freezing water, that's not a bad thing.
All right.
That's just watching out for yourself, you know?
I'll take that one. Let me take that. Channel my inner seal. I'll tell you what.
I
my
think the
favorite
big
word
thing-
is R. So there you go. I'm
Please
sorry.
don't expand on that.
No, I don't think I will.
Whatever you were. The thing about the winter though is when it gets cold, even though it's your time diving is done, you know what it's peak season for?
For birds, let's go.
For birds. I gotta get out someplace and look for. Apparently, there's a place near me where the sandhill cranes migrate during like December, January, stuff like that. So I'm excited.
That's
I gotta
awesome.
go out and see that. I gotta see if we get any cool waterfowl down here. Cause yeah, if you want to get into birding and you're like trying to figure out what to do with it, if you want to see ducks, you gotta go when it's cold.
Yep. I have learned that, not the hard way, I would say that winter birding is very, very nice. It's just nice. It's
Especially
peaceful.
because it's like quieter.
Yeah.
Like the only thing that you hear is the birds.
Exactly. And like, I don't know. It's just very nice when all the snow is there, but it's all settled down. It's quiet. It's just very nice and bright. I don't know. There's a certain magic when it comes to it. I love birding so much. I haven't been in a while. I think I've just been way too busy. But, man oh man. There's just something fun about it.
So I don't know if your viewers know, I'm a pastor now at a congregation in Tennessee, and I found out that one of the guys that like is on my church council, or like the guys that back me up, he's a birder, and one of his friends moved away because, like, you know, when people get certain age, they just want to move to Florida, and so I got a bunch of like bird feeders and stuff like that from this person who left, because he knew that I like to bird, and he's been like giving me, you know, birder lore, like, which is like one of my favorite parts of birding, is just you can, like, you've got random people who are just willing to talk to you because they love that hobby probably more than you do.
Yeah,
they're just like, hey, I'm gonna tell you about the best places to go, and you can see this sometimes.
For the most part, I've had a run-in with a bad birder before. It was kind of disappointing. So I was doing a whale watch, and I don't know if I told you this yet, but I haven't told chat this yet, so I'm going to continue with it. But I had a attachment on my camera that lets me put my phone there. And this old guy, he comes up to me, and he's like, oh, what do you use that for? You use that for color grading? And I'm like, no, I use it for Merlin. It helps me, like, know what's in the area. And he just gave me, like, the biggest attitude ever. I forgot what this guy said, but I don't know.
Okay,
I think,
boomer.
yeah, quite literally. I'm like, it's a tool at the end of the day. Like, I don't know.
The bottom line is, like, every hobby has gatekeepers.
Yes.
But I do find it fascinating that there are definitively eBird people and iNat people.
Yeah, like everyone
like,
kind of fills in their own niche most of the time.
But there is, you know, the natural kind of elitism that comes with that. And it's just like that's going to develop in any hobby. So
yeah.
Kind of don't take it too personally.
I'm trying to think of, like, there's probably this model train enthusiast who, like, absolutely hates like 1/8 scale to no degree. It's like 1/6 scale is
Imagine,
like the correct one. I should have compared
Crocco
subscriber count. That's funny. I really should have.
Well, you see, have you gotten video games for free? I think not.
That's hilarious. That would have shown him.
Oh man.
All right.
All right, I'll boot up Planet Zoo.
I guess so. Alright, I need metal pieces. I'm trying to work on a nice little viewing gallery. I don't know how to make this work, though. I guess that's the fun part of leaving Planet Zoo for weeks at a time. What?
I have something I gotta DM you.
Oh, no.
I gotta DM you something. This is amazing. I don't know if your chat would appreciate it, but I know that you will. No, like, for real.
I'm, like, actually terrified right now. That is awesome.
And
What's that,
like,
Planet Zoo?
Somebody...
I'll show it.
Somebody in Planet Zoo has made, like, a full, like, nativity ready to go.
Yeah.
I love this.
That's so good, dude.
They do better than some Planko stuff, I think.
That's the thing, too.
Really
Do you
funny.
feel like the quality of the Planet Coaster Workshop is better or worse than the Planet Zoo one?
Much worse. Much worse. Because people will post, like, half-built stuff out there all the time. And because it's the Frontier Workshop, half the time you can't find what you really want to find.
Yep. That's
even if you search the right things.
That's a great thing that we're going to be looking forward to when it comes to Planet Zoo 2. You get to use the Frontier Workshop.
One of the top things I think Planet Coaster needs to take from Zoo is the way that our search function goes.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you type in words correctly, but in the wrong order in Coaster, you won't get it. So if you write tail fairy, you don't get any of the fairy tale pieces.
Yeah.
Whereas if you just type in just like a piece of a word and then a piece of a different word into the construction tab, you can find what you're looking for.
Nick is saying that there's like zero community in the Planet Coaster Workshop anyways, and honestly, that's a thing too. It's like Planet Zoo, we have everyone in the community. Like, if I say Ricey, you know what she does. If I say Haribo, you know what he does. If I say Callum, Rick, if I say Carlos, you know what those people are known for. And in Planet Coaster, there is just not really much of that, unfortunately.
If I could make one change to how the workshop would work, it'd be comments. And that's it. Like,
yes.
First and foremost, it'd be comments. Because there are people on there that make great stuff that I'd love to use to build some of my blueprints that I can't because I can't, like, ask them permission.
Yes.
Like, I'd love to talk to somebody before using their stuff.
And that's just such a big shame, too, because collaboration is, like, key when it comes to these games. And so many of the awesome blueprints that we have nowadays, and so many awesome things that I've made in this park, too, have been because... Why can't I combine these? That's strange. Have been because I've been able to work with other blueprints in the game. Can I please get these to combine? What is happening?
You've got stuff in Zoo that's like industry standard workshop items, like lion signs. Like everybody uses lion signs. And you don't have stuff like that in Coaster.
Yeah, I don't see any of that. Not in Jurassic World Evolution 3. I've seen a lot of great builds in Jurassic World Evolution 3, but I have not seen, like, good community stuff. Like, I'm thinking about how Planet Zoo, if you look up kit or set or something like that, you'll get a million different blueprints of, like, stuff that the community has put together so that you're not sitting there with your finger up your butt, kind of just, you know, doing nothing in the game, you know? And
also, no collections also sucks.
Yes. Oh my word. That's such a big, like, detractor.
Detractor?
Yes.
Da Vinci?
Da Vinci? What was I thinking? I don't know. I forget. It usually happens. I do like this little viewing gallery, though. I think we have something kind of decent going on over here. Yeah, I'm liking that. I'm really liking that. I think I want this to also come around like this. You see, I'm actually working near the habitat. That's got to count for something.
Yeah, there's animals in it.
Yeah. Yeah, no one is going to look up Forge and know his Disney stuff is there. I will do my best to let the community know. But, yeah, that's the thing about Coaster is that there's really not much when it comes to the spreading of information. And that's honestly what really sucks about it. But what can you do? I don't know.
Fortunately, like what Nick said, you know, with Coaster, even though people aren't going to look up my name,
Yeah.
you know people are going to look up Disney.
Yes.
And so like I make sure to post that somewhere in every single thing that I'm uploading, because it's just like naturally somebody's going to type that in and get what they're looking for.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I need a panel for meter. Again, I don't know what this search like functionality is called, where you can type in multiple keywords and it brings up all the tags, but man oh man, I need that in Planet Coaster and Jurassic World Evolution. That's something that's been such a sad trend to see, because I just know Planet Zoo is going to be on the chopping block for that, you know? I'm not sure if other people use a search function like I do, but man, it's going to be very disappointing if that is the case. Alright, I like this wood texture. It's not my favorite, but it will do. So once we actually get this in here, we can have some nice off panels. Just to kind of break up that wall a bit more. And yeah. How many fish will be in the gorilla enclosure? Exactly 7.5. I got a good deal.
Put down one of the blocks of ice fish.
That's funny. I wish the gorillas would eat it. That would be good. They could use the diet
think gorillas
enhancement.
Eat fish?
I don't think so, but also I wouldn't be surprised if they do. Yeah. Like, it's one of those things where it's like, gorillas have learned how to fish. I would not be surprised at all. But I feel like they would prefer not to eat fish.
Oh. Chimps regularly catch and eat aquatic animals like crabs and fish in some areas.
Heck yeah. You go, girl. Alright, I am really liking this. What enrichment can I throw in here? Gorilla. And don't say fish. I think maybe a forager. I need to turn off rebuild and stuff. Just to like kind of break up the habitat a bit more. The half-fish, he was just born like that.
Dang.
I got a good deal on him.
So sad.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna have you do something. I'm gonna suggest you do something.
I'm terrified, actually.
Nobody does. What if you made it canonically on whatever day that you are in San Cabrillo?
No, I know exactly what you're saying.
It is the birthday of an animal. And
you know
make a
what?
little display saying, "Happy birthday, this particular gorilla."
I'll show the image that you
sent
shared.
you an image
Because it's so cute. Look at Winston. He's having a grand old time. Let's do that. Let's do that. I need some cardboard boxes. That's cute. I love that idea. Okay. I want to see if I can paint these. I'm actually going to do this elsewhere.
It's such a staple thing for zoos that I don't see anybody.
Yeah. All right, box. Give me my boxes. Pause the date to lock it in. Wait, that's actually my birthday right there, which is kind of crazy. That's cuckoo bananas. All right, we have our boxes now. Here's my process forge, as well as chat. I am going to make custom gift wrap boxes. I'm going to go in here with our lovely little font pieces.
Anything not to build a habit. No, I'm kidding.
Shut! This was your idea.
I'm kidding.
Hey, yeah.
Fine.
Happy birthday. Thank you. Thank you. This is where scaling would definitely come in great. I don't know. Carlos was saying this in the chat earlier today, where he kind of likes how Planet Zoo doesn't have scaling because it breeds innovation. And I think it's multifaceted where, yeah, scaling would help out so much when it comes to like what he does, where it's like the fossils and stuff. But there's just something that's so cool about working with the pieces that you have, looking at like a bracket or looking at something else and being like, I can use this in order to make this. And I think there's so much cool charm when it comes to that.
Well, I think that is where the fact that some stuff in Planet Coaster does not scale to a maximum or minimum that you might exactly want.
Yeah.
Still kind of does what he's saying.
I get that. All right, this is going to be a bit difficult, but I think I can work with it.
Sometimes I try to use the Planet Zoo bamboo roof from South America pack.
Yeah.
And then I realize how low the texture is.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, it is not good.
South America pack is definitely one of the packs that has not aged the best, in my opinion. It's just,
honestly,
there's so many other awesome things nowadays.
Basically, a ton of other packs have redone stuff from that one. That basically, the only thing that really has stood the test of time is the bamboo.
Yeah. And even that, like, there's honestly sometimes even better options than that, which is kind of crazy. But,
yeah,
I don't know. It's very interesting to think about that. Trying to think how to make this look good. We have the big festive bows. That's not really... no. That's not what I want. Could give him a pride mug. Let's actually do
Spooky
that.
Ghost says it was amazing in its time. Yeah, because it was the second DLC.
Yeah, that's also true.
Arctic DLC.
Oh man, it was only up
It's
from
like,
there.
Yeah, I mean, start out with the worst one, I guess, so that everywhere you go from there is better.
Yeah, I mean, still though, look at this bamboo, and tell me that that's still good nowadays. I don't know, like that just looks like
I use
it looks
that
like a
from time to
Planet
time,
Coaster
actually.
asset. I'm sorry.
It does.
Yeah. Oh well. Let's get this in here. I think this could be a good way. Listen, I gotta say, I'm excited, not for the animals, not for the gameplay. I'm excited for the music, because they are going to make all new tracks.
Oh my gosh.
Which kind of makes me freak out.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
And then you think about the fact that already we've gone however many without new music. And it's just like, our man JJ. Our man JJ's probably been at work.
I can't wait. Because, like, if you've listened to the Planet Coaster soundtrack, there are so many banger tracks in there all around. Like, the Viking theme has so many good ones. Like, the aquatic theme in there has so many good ones. It is just jam-packed, full of awesome tracks.
But, like, I will say for me, with my building style, I hardly ever will build without music.
Mm-hmm.
And Planet Zoo music always ends up being underrated. Like, I forget how good it is all the time.
Yes. There's just something about it. Like, I'm listening to the track right now, and there's just some kind of magic that they had in that, where it's like, it feels so grand, especially when, like, this was one of the trailer songs or whatever, and it just felt like such a new adventure. It just felt like so much passion behind it. And you still see that with, like, the dev team too, so it's exciting. Yeah. Yeah,
Do you think the peeps are gonna look different?
I think they will give them minor visual upgrades, but nothing more. And honestly, I hope that's the case.
The peeps in Zoo look so much better than the ones in Coaster.
That's kind of crazy.
Like,
I mean, I could understand it for Jurassic World
like
Evolution. Oh, I gotcha. That makes sense.
It's just like the Planet Zoo people look much more like normal people.
Gotcha. I can understand that.
As a parent, I want there to be stroller items in Planet Zoo too.
Oh my god!
Don't make them functional.
Mm-hmm.
But just like give us an item.
What I would love to see is just more realism stuff like that. Now, I'm not crazy about this, but it would be such a good addition just to have, like, ADA, like, compliance things. I would like to see walkers or something kind of like that, where it's like, I don't know. Face paint. Ooh, yes. That would be fun. But yeah, just more stuff like that.
Because that's something that you could actually have active gameplay impact, where you could have kids have little face paint textures that go over them or something. Give us more stuff for the guests to do.
Yeah. Like, I've said this in pretty much any one of my videos. Candle. I know we probably shouldn't give them pyrotechnics, but I think that's just cute. Look at that. Could be a
I've got
fake
another
candle.
idea. Put a carrot.
That works. But yeah, I would like to see an emphasis on the guests more than anything, because at the end of the day, we already have enough stuff to make the animals feel alive. Make the guests come alive. That's what I really want.
Because so many people, like I know some of them in our chat right now, don't even play with guests. Like,
yeah.
And it's just, that's a shame of, like, having a game like this where you're just not going to let your characters into it or whatever.
Buffalo grass. And yeah, I understand, like, people build for different things, but me personally, I still like a little bit of activity in my parks. I think it just helps it come alive. I think it gives it context. And yeah, I know I just said it. I only said it once today.
Take a shot.
So, yep. But I would love to see just so much more emphasis on the guests.
Nobody, Nick. No, we're not talking about anybody, Nick. Definitely not you, Nick.
No, simply not. But I don't know. I would like to see so much more stuff when it comes to that. Even just like the player character. I know people have been pleading for this actually, but a Zookeeper mode, just something that lets me interact with my parks a lot more. It can be so shallow. It can be so bare bones, but I just need something like that, man.
Controversially, I think what you just said, now I kind of want it to be a third-person Zookeeper mode possible, too.
Interesting.
Like, give our avatar a reason to exist.
Yeah. You see, I could be on board with that, because, like, part of this game, too, You unlock. Hello, Turtled. How are you? When will Japanese bullhead sharks come? Once I do the Birch Aquarium recreation. But no, one of like the things that is a huge element of each Planet Zoo release, you know how they advertise like the brand new, whatever you call them, like the new shirts for the DLCs and the new hats and stuff. You never see those except for when you boot up the game. And I think that's such a good idea of having it be third person, having your character have an impact on the game. I think that would be so good to see.
Because didn't Frontier do Zoo Tycoon 3?
They did. They did.
Okay, so there's a little
and
bit
Dog
of precedent
Life.
with that. And like, well, I know. But I think it would also bring kind of a level to which that it would warrant something like adding the golf carts.
Yes.
If you had a player character, yeah, you could
They
have
also
golf
did
carts
F1 Manager.
Okay, all right.
I'm sorry.
That's great. But I don't want it to end up like with Planko, where one of their big things on the one dev stream they did beforehand was like, you can choose the options of each of the menus at the different restaurants at your park.
Yeah.
And it's just like, when I say I want management options, this is not necessarily what I mean.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, it's very superficial. Like, you can either play Spreadsheet Simulator, as I like to call it, when you're trying to min-max everything, or you could actually have a direct impact on your park and see it change in real time, and I would love to see just more elements when it comes to that, you know? And Lemniscape. Can't forget about that one.
And Warhammer.
Yep. Can't forget, what was the Conjoined game again? I don't know. I think it was called Conjoined or something. It was stupid.
F Warhammer.
F Warhammer. Please. I need it.
F Warhammer Manager.
I need it in my body right now, actually. What
All right, here's
else
a
I
question
need?
for you.
Mm-hmm.
You get to make one new planet series that is not
Ooh.
animals or coasters. Can't
You
be
know-
dinosaurs, that
you-
counts as animals.
You know what I'm gonna say. You
No,
know
I
it.
don't.
Yes, you do. Ever since the name came out, Planet Golf would be on the top
Okay.
of my radar. There's just something about listen, I will even say Planet Mini Golf, even though I think that would make more sense in Coaster. I would poop my pants for a Planet
See,
Mini Golf.
I think I'm more of that mind, that I think that it would be much better to have a full-on addition of golf to Coaster. Like,
Mhm.
even to the extent of, like, just add it into the game like a dimension like the water parks.
Yeah.
Because think of how many theme parks have mini golf or golf resorts.
Exactly.
Like, lean into the resort part of things.
I think there's so much customization when it comes to Planet Coaster that's just being left on the table. And I think right now they're currently working on, like, you know, getting it back up to speed, getting the name to be what Planet Coaster was expected of. But once they have all those, like, quality of life features, that's the kind of stuff I'm starting to expect. I'm very excited about a Planet Zoo 2. I would not be excited about a Planet Coaster 3, because right now, all the stuff that I would want is currently possible in the game, as far as I'm aware. And
I feel like if that were to happen, it would happen potentially in a Planet Coaster 3. Like,
yeah,
that seems like what they would do if they were going to add that. And so I hope that's not the case. But
I agree. I would love to see that kind of feature be added sooner rather than later. And like you said, the resort aspect, I had the concept for, like, modular hotel rooms and stuff like that, where you can make entire hotel complexes. I would love something along the lines of that, just to help me, like,
Well, just
flesh out the game.
look at Estan and what he
Yes.
does with his wilderness resorts.
Oh my word.
Of just like, that's the way he wants to play the game.
Yeah. And I think
And
they should
he's
look...
able to make it work.
Mm-hmm.
But go on.
And they should be looking at people like Estan who play the game in such a creative, kind of like unorthodox way, because that's the kind of like stuff they should encourage to really boost, like, well, people are playing our game, but they're making hotels with it rather than like making roller coasters. Should we give them the tools to do this just a little bit better? And I would like to see some of those like behaviors be rewarded, you know?
I'm the same way about the animation side of things.
Mm-hmm.
Just like, you look at Taji and what he's able to pull off, and it's just like, if they were smart, they would be appealing to the what's it called? The redstone type of people.
Yeah. Like, just making supercomputers inside of games that are being played on a computer. I agree wholeheartedly. I mean, I just think animations and, like, the platform system in Coaster, that has so much possibility that is just on the table, you know? And just having more of that be options would be so good.
Even if it were just, like, expanding the amount that we could do with what we have, like, being able to tune the speed like you do on rides would be perfect.
Oh man, a slider option would be so good for that. I wonder why they didn't integrate it like that. I gotta wonder if
by the way, the answer to the thing from Nick is Fort Wayne.
What?
Which means that I have a better chance of seeing him maybe than you.
That's so funny. So for context, Bubba is the seal from Roger Williams Park Zoo. And he has been moved a couple times over the past while. He's a old blind seal, already kind of having a rough go at it. And recently he just moved out to like Cape Cod or whatever, kind of like towards Massachusetts. But that's kind of crazy how he's moving towards you now, Forge. That's fun.
Yeah.
Love that. How are you guys all feeling about this so far? I think it gives it a little bit more texture that I was missing. I didn't want to just stick with the faux rock. I just needed a little something extra.
It feels much more like the safari park than the zoo in San Diego.
Is it bad that I like that though?
Not exactly. I'm kind of torn, because I think really what you need is some foliage. Like,
yeah,
we're talking big trees for it to actually read well.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't know if I can form an opinion on this without any tree cover.
For sure. I have a reference image to the side of me right now. If you want actual suggestion for me that isn't a shitpost. Add more trees. No, I needed to hear add more trees. Needs a lot more green. Well, listen. You guys, I'm working on it. All right.
One thing to remember though is that there is a delay, so
yeah. I think I
we're
need
getting
my
this now.
Aqualyria tree.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, honestly, for San Diego, you might be able to pull off the Tupelo.
Oh, I forgot about the Tupelo. You see, this is coming back to like an incredible roster of like plants, trees, all this stuff. Jurassic World Evolution 3, again, full context for everyone. I've been building so much more in that game recently. Oh, but no, for reference. Sorry.
Yep, there you
the
go.
plants in that game look so much better But the issue is there's hardly as many as we're used to in this game. And that's the thing I'm starting to miss. And having all these at my arsenal again, it feels so good. Like, I'm so excited to build in here right now. Alright. I think that gives it just a little bit extra. Gorilla habitat at the zoo has a lot more brown. Try the Wimba tree. I think Wimba might be a little too thick. Yeah, she too thick. I kind of like it outside of the habitat. I like the Wimba tree.
And really, that's kind of what I'm
right
saying.
there.
Is like, for it to feel right, there needs to be shade over the guests.
Yeah. I just wish the shadows worked better. That was my thing.
One of the charms of Lost Forest is that you're in the middle of California.
Yeah.
Coastal. But like, you feel like you are in the forest.
Yeah. Listen, I did see Elephant Trek, whatever the new elephant exhibit is that's opening back in March for the safari park. I gotta get back there. San Diego is just beautiful, and
Take me with you.
Listen, if I had room in my luggage.
I only went for the first time this year, but man.
Yeah. I only went for the first time 3 years ago, or 2 years, I don't remember. What do we need? Bamboo, yes. Fern tray. I kind of did the Fern Canyon. Like, right back over here. This was kind of like my excuse. There's a bunch of ferns in it. It's not exact, but it'll do. Still love this, like, vista that you get up here, though. It's so nice. Yeah, it's just the issue of San Diego is that it's so far away. Just wish it were closer.
And not cheap.
No, not at all.
It costs less than my Disney trip, of course, but like,
yeah,
not by a lot.
It costed, I think when we went to Portugal, it was like half as much as what we spent in San Diego, which is very crazy. And yes, Spooky, I will get some bamboo in here promptly. I just gotta make this look all good up here. Because once I kind of cap this off on the backside, it's gonna look so much better, trust me. But yeah, San Diego, that's opening back up soon. I'm excited to see what it entails. Alright. But yes, more green. I'm getting that from chat. I'm getting all of that from chat. More green, that's what we need. The funniest idea was when I was booting this stream up, I was going to work on the interior of the restaurant, and I know not everyone would have wanted that.
You're right.
Yeah. Would have been funny, though. Would have been very funny. Alright. I'm going to bring this up a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and get some green in here. Okay. This is feeling good. This is feeling very good. What I need are some bigger plants, though. I need fern. Silver fern. This is such a good piece over here, dude. There's something about the texture of the Oceania plants that just works so, so well. I gotta put some on the top up here, too. What was your favorite pack? Now that all the dust is settled, and this, again, this goes for chat, too. I wanted to know everyone's favorite pack.
Oh, that's tough.
I know. That's why I asked it.
You are cruel. Cruel,
I try
cruel,
to be.
cruel. I need to go look at the tier list again. Planet Zoo DLC tier list.
I think for
I can tell you it wasn't one of the most recent ones.
Interesting. Well, that kind of makes sense. I don't necessarily blame you. You think we're getting another pack this month? I bet. I bet.
Hey,
Yeah. I gotta say, it may just be because I'm using these pieces right now. Oceania, what that pack did for me, in terms of pieces, in terms of like inspiration, it has been.
Didn't Oceania start? No, it was Arid that started San Cabrillo.
Yeah. Oceania was kind of what got me deep into San Cabrillo, though, with the whole Australia area. That was kind of what kicked that up a notch. Southeast Asia, North America. Tropical was a very good one.
Good animals, amazing pieces, good foliage. Oceania, my favorite part of Oceania was actually the foliage.
Yes, I think that is synonymous across a group. I mean, like, the animals are great, you know, kiwi, Tassies, quokka is cool.
Useful pieces.
Very useful pieces. I'm such a big fan of them. Like, the wood pieces that we got in there. And just making... One of my favorite episodes I've ever done has been the Making a Zoo with Only Blueprints, where I did the whole Oceania section in Castaway Keys. And that was just such a fun little side project, I guess. I don't know. And it also kicked off, like, all the netting pieces, really helped with whatever you call it, the Australia area. I forget what I ended up calling it in this zoo. But, yeah, Oceania.
California.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Oceania, definitely top of my list. North America, I gotta say, very great. Like, if we're splitting up the classic animal packs, the classic scenery packs, and the classic, like, not classic, but the new animal packs, North America is top of my list right there. Either that or Wetlands.
Really? Okay. Really? Wetlands?
That brought
Wetlands
Boggy
is
Bottom
not one
Zoo.
of my favorites at all.
I understand Wetlands conceptually is not one of the best, but it was one of my favorites. I don't know.
Like, Wetlands was good, but it had, I think, objectively some of the worst picks.
For sure. I think...
Like, Spectacled Cayman, Wild Water Buffalo... That stuff was just like, really? Even the Crested Newt was such a weird pull.
Oh man, I forgot about that. All right, maybe you have a leg to stand on.
If you're talking about, like, oh, let's do Wetlands exhibit animals, like, give us another turtle. Like, imagine if we got Fly River Turtle.
That would have been sick.
And how awesome that could have been. Like, it would be a little big, I know that, but like, or I don't know.
But people
like,
would love it.
Did
It's
that
about
come
the size
before
of an iguana.
Conservation pack?
I think Conservation came out after. That Wetlands I see as like the shift of Planet Zoo.
Yeah, it was a weird... Remember when we thought Wetlands was the last one?
Oh yeah. Because it did feel like it was
music.
going out with a bang.
And
like, I know not
yeah,
everyone
Capybara,
agrees,
okay.
but yeah.
Platypus, okay. But like the music was the thing that really made me feel that way.
Oh man,
It, like,
I
had
still
this
listen to
strange,
that. It's
like,
so good.
Orchestral thing
Yeah.
going with it.
But honestly, it was kind of the start of like the whole new Planet Zoo where I'm thinking like grasslands, arid. Like that was such a golden age. Not just for like,
I think
you know, scenery, but animals and like community.
the generational run was grasslands, tropical, arid, Oceania.
Yeah, that oh
bit
man,
right there, that was the peak. That was the peak, I think.
There was
because
like obviously there were so many things that we could say, oh man, I wish we got X, Y, and Z instead of A, B, and C. But looking back at that now, seeing that those are what we have and what we can't change, so happy with those. Like, there is not a single pack in that group that I hate.
like, I know a lot of people had thoughts about arid that they weren't happy with it. Like, oh, it's too much hoof stock. But like for me, it was a perfect pack.
Yeah.
For someone who is in love with African hoofstock, it was just and like how much that African hoofstock is just a huge part of international zoo culture,
Yes,
if you
sir.
will. It's just like, yeah, they're gonna do that. It
just makes
complete sense that they would do that.
And again, like, I forget what pack it was. It was when we got the African leopard, but that was when I did Makulutano. Again, one of my favorite zoos I've ever done. Where...
When did you do that?
That's a good damn question.
Because we got the African leopard with... Oh, it was Zookeeper, because...
Oh, Dick, yes, I started off with, like, the whole... Yeah, the tiny little animal
Shipaka.
bits. Yeah, that... I don't know, there was something about... I mean, obviously, we can look back and say Zookeeper, it was alright. But that was just a fun little grab bag, you know?
I'm not gonna lie, I would have been happy, maybe even happier, if we had ended with Zookeeper.
Interesting. Because what came out after? I know Asia Animal Pack. That was the last one.
And America's.
America's. Oh, my word. I hate to say it. It's so forgettable.
The scenery, the animals, it just did not add a lot.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
And it's just kind of like I would have rather gone out on a bang than with the Asia Animal Pack.
With the Whimper, yeah. I enjoyed what we had. And again, I think there's no sense in not enjoying it because that's what we have now. So, might as well. But yeah, I see what you mean where it's like it was kind of just it was kind of weird how we got a place-specific pack as the final one. Especially when, like, all the time we were like, we could get, like, the Zookeepers, or at least what we thought Zookeepers to be, as the final pack.
Yeah.
Which is kind of interesting.
It's weird, for certain. I think that, you know, in my mind, it kind of is like what they've done with Animal Crossing, where like the game has been done for a long time, and then they're like, oh yeah, here's something else, and it's like, that's great, but that doesn't like, it doesn't feel the same, you know?
It doesn't fix anything, it just like adds, oh, so this is what we're doing.
Not even
now.
that it doesn't fix anything, it's just kind of like, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure. Like, thanks. Are you staying? No. Oh, okay.
There's no bad Planet Zoo DLC, just bad choices. I get that. Because, yeah, there's some weird little quirks with everything here and there. If anything, the bad choices are mostly out of scenery, but that's just personal opinion. Because the animals, I think the animals are great. I can't really complain too much. But bad scenery, I could list out my issues on a mile-long list. Could talk about the Arctic wood all day if I really wanted to.
Yeah, there's no bad PZ DLC, just bad choices. I feel like that is absolutely true. That, like, if somebody were to say to me, hey, I'm getting Planet Zoo, which packs do I need? It's like, if you can afford it, all of them. Like, I would not suggest anything. I think it is a fuller experience the more that you have as far as pieces, foliage, animals. You're going to have a better time playing the more that you have.
For sure. What
I don't think anything should have ever not been made. It's just like, why did they do it this way?
I'm always hesitant to tell people, yeah, you should get everything up front. Just because it takes so long to get used to the pieces. And even just jumping into an entirely new game, like, for example, I don't know, I jumped into Jurassic World Evolution 3, and I was flopping like a fish out of water because all those pieces are relatively new to me. Like, granted, there's a bunch of, like, crossover with Planet Zoo and stuff, but still, it's, like, an entirely different game you're playing. And I don't know. It's just difficult. But yeah, obviously the fuller experience
My perspective
is better.
would be, if I were to ever talk to somebody who like is getting into Planet Zoo, wants to know what to get, I would give them an order of like, you should get these ones in this order.
Yes.
But I would say eventually you want all of them.
That makes sense. Especially because, like, I don't know, some are a lot better than others at what they set out to do. Like, Twilight's really good for that very old, stony kind of building and stuff. But the animals aren't that great. So it's really up to the person at the end of the day, just figuring out what they want to get out of it.
I guess if I were to put together a ultimate edition of Planet Zoo, of just like, it's got some baked in. Honestly, ooh, this is tough. I would probably start with aquatic and tropical.
Aquatic and tropical. That's good.
As scenery packs, but maybe North America and Southeast Asia for animal packs.
Makes sense.
Of just like, you know, give people a wider range of stuff, but give them a lot of these useful pieces. If I could expand it a little bit further, I'd maybe throw conservation in for some of the like more regular zoo oriented things.
For sure. Honestly, conservation, I like to think of it as a great pack, but the more I kind of chew on it, the less impressed I am by it. I think what it did in terms of like building and like inspiration for the community is so good. But man, I don't know. It's just, it's not my favorite. The wood isn't that good. Everyone loved it.
I used that wood forever.
Oh man, it's just too shiny for me. I don't know. It's interesting.
I built a structure in Planet Zoo for the first time in a long time.
What did you make?
I built a little safari watchtower.
Nice. It's always good just to like jump back in the game with something like that.
I've always thought about that kind of thing we were talking about earlier about like an adventure map.
Yeah.
Of just like, what if I set up not a safari park in the San Diego sense, but in like the what if we just had like a place where there were just animals roaming free that you could explore, walk around, whatever.
The nature reserve.
Yeah.
That's something I see people do all the time in Jurassic, but never in like Zoo, which is kind of crazy to me.
Yeah, I mean like Rick does similar stuff sometimes, but
yeah.
Good backstage props, S tier scenery, top 5 pack. I would tend to agree.
I don't even use those pieces too much, which is crazy.
Maybe bottom of the top 5 for me, but definitely on it.
I'm gonna do it right now. Tier maker.
The tier list?
Planet Zoo.
Yeah, let's do it.
I think I'm gonna end stream soonish. I think I did a decent amount of progress. This was empty before.
For something that was just like, let's just do this tonight.
Yeah. All right. Let's... Oh, that's the wrong one. Hold on. Tier maker DLC. June 2025. All right. I think Arctic. I'm sorry. It's the bottom of the list right there. Still not good. Yes?
On stream, I don't see your
It's coming up.
tier. Oh,
It's coming
okay.
up. Yeah. I didn't pull
Arctic
up the right
is-
one first. All right. Arctic, bottom of the barrel right
Definitely
there.
F.
Yeah. I think North America, absolutely S tier. And from there, I gotta say, Oceania. The thing is, it's my favorite, but objectively,
dude.
No, objectively, it's fine. Lower S tier.
It's your list, man.
I think wetlands is a very, very high A tier.
Really?
I
For me,
just
wetlands is
really
like
like it.
C.
I really like wetlands. I don't know why. I think it's just because I like capybara. Southeast Asia, I think that's a solid B. Previously, it was like down here-ish, but I think the animals are just really great, really versatile.
But what about the Binturong?
Listen, I don't care. Let's go through the scenery packs. I think aquatic, that's like a high B tier. Again, I think the faux rocks are pretty much the only good thing in that pack anymore.
Okay,
And the animals, there's just so much better animals that they do elsewhere. You know what I mean?
All right, but at the same time, I will say the king penguin pulls a lot of weight.
Listen, that's why I think...
I'm not suggesting switching the tier, but like I think that animal deserves some credit.
Now, I do agree, king penguin is great. I think it would be greater if we had other penguins to go with it. But African penguin, I think that stands on its own so much more. I like the meerkat, fennec fox, white rhino.
So you're talking like Gentoo, rockhopper,
yeah.
something like that.
If we had something like that, it would be a
with
lot
it.
better. Asia Animal Pack, I think it's just right below Southeast Asia. I think these animals are good, but these ones kind of beat them out a little bit more. Tropical, I think tropical is right behind Oceania. I think everything...
Oh, yeah.
It's just, I think Oceania beats tropical in terms of vibes. Like, there's just something about the color palette that they used in there that I just like so much more. It's very, very, I don't know, superficial, but I don't care. Europe, I'm going to put Europe right behind aquatic because I think the animals are better in aquatic. And I think the faux rocks are good, but this one is still good because of, like, the items that you get, you know? Like,
that
if
was
I just...
when building really settled.
Oh, yeah.
In my opinion.
If we look at everything that Caesar, Goron, and just, like, the stuff that this pack has allowed other people to do, Leader, like, I know he was big around this time, too. People took these pieces, and they made so many awesome things out of it. And it was just so cool to see. Barnyard, again, like, in terms of vibes, I would put this at the top, but objectively, I'm gonna be a little candid here, it's C tier. I think it's absolutely better than the Arctic. I think the value that you get is so much better in Barnyard. Maybe it might sneak down a little peg as we make our way through this, but...
So I just want to put out there how incredible living through the announcement of Barnyard was.
It was so
because,
fun.
like, the meltdown from some people
oh my
was
word,
insane.
And honestly,
I love that
like,
so much.
Barnyard brought us some really decent pieces. I mean, obviously, a lot of them aren't flexicolor, which is a big thing for me, of course. But it got a really... Like, honestly, this is why I'm kind of like, this one has a lot better backstage pieces than Conservation, in my opinion.
Yeah,
it's like, I don't know, I like this bucket, I like these barrels. And the signs are great, the hay bales are great. It just came with so many things.
The vegetables.
Yes,
you know?
How could you forget? They had the nerve to call it a Barnyard pack when it's
seriously, I think that the vegetables are hilarious and fun.
I agree. Alright, Twilight. Very controversial. I think Twilight's better than Aquatic. The animals are fun. I really like them. I like the theme. I like the metal. I like the wood. Just everything in that pack was just so fun for me. I really, really enjoyed it. Conservation.
Bats.
The bats, too. How could I forget about the goddamn bats? The bats were fun. Conservation, right below Twilight, in my opinion. I think that...
Okay. That's fair.
Yeah. I gotta give credit where credit's due.
It's a
I gotta
fair
give it its
placement.
flowers. You know, it's a good pack at the end of the day. In terms of South America, I haven't placed South America because it's really difficult to rank it. Because you think about the animals that it brings. The giant anteater, capuchin, jaguar, and the other one, red-eyed tree frog. What else did it have? I genuinely forget.
Are you being serious?
Yes.
Oh, I thought you were making a joke.
No,
'cause
I'm being
it's
serious. Llama. Okay, excellent. Okay, well, in that case, S tier. No, I'm kidding. But I don't know. Where did I place it? Did I place it down yet? No, I haven't. But yeah, a bunch of
I think
decent
that the
animals.
pieces are garbage.
Yes. And for that, but at least we have them. Again, like, I mean, I've still used these pieces all the time. I think a lot of it has been duplicates. So, again, we have these same temple pieces right over here.
You know what it feels like?
Yeah.
It feels like they made South America with the rest of the game.
I understand that. I can absolutely... Because, yeah, the more I think about it, the more it's kind of like, yeah, it felt like it was supposed to be here in the first place. Especially if you remember back in the day, South America had no animals whatsoever. I mean, if we look at this over here, Baird's tapir, and I'm not even going to count exhibit animals. We had Baird's tapir. We had... And again, I'm scrolling over here, just trying to find the next damn animal. Galapagos giant tortoise, which doesn't even freaking count.
Which barely counts.
No. No shade towards the Galapagos because, you know, like, it's awesome. But also, it's not your South America section, you know? And...
Yeah, it's just tapir.
Yeah. No, there has to be
Pretty
something
certain.
else. And I guess you could say... Where is it? Where's the pig? Yeah, collared peccary, if you really want to say that.
That's
But
not base game. That's not
yeah,
base game.
technically it is, but it wasn't released.
It is now.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm thinking about that, and it's kind of like, yeah, there was really nothing. So
Well,
I
it was
gotta
the
give
same
it
way with
flowers for that.
Australia, because they just had
Saltwater crocodile.
and that was it.
And like burying beetle or whatever. Australia, on that note, the pieces are good, but they've really shown their age over time. Again, they have the issue of they have the rusted pieces and they also have the normal colored pieces.
The corrugated metal still goes hard.
Yes, I agree. And honestly, Australia, still a decent pack. I like it up there. Honestly, I might knock it right below Southeast Asia. In terms of grasslands, this one's tough because I forget which ones are in grasslands.
Okay. Emu, maned wolf,
Emu, yeah, blue
caracal,
wildebeest, caracal,
blue wildebeest, redneck
armadillo, wallaby, hyena.
Great choices all around.
And the butterflies. The butterflies.
Yes.
I'm gonna actually do something very controversial. It's right below Africa pack. That's where my gut's telling me to place it because the value. I'm thinking about the value for $9.99. Very good. Very good. Arid though. We gotta pull this up. Arid animal pack, we have Somali wild ass, sandcat, dromedary, dama gazelle, porcupine, black rhino, addax. And what was it? It was the desert horn viper.
Yes.
This one's tough. Right, it's a very high B tier. It's a very high B tier for me. It might. I want to place it up here, but the fact that there's no items
Bottom
makes
A, man. Bottom A.
I'm sorry.
But that's me.
I gotta stand my ground. However, Eurasia Animal Pack. I forgot about this stupid
Firm
thing.
B.
Oh
Firm B.
man, yeah. I mean, the animals are great. Okay, I'm looking at these animals now. Swan, tortoise, Saiga. I gotta admit, is pretty cool to see in a zoo game. Sloth bear, takin, wild boar, Wisent, wolverine.
How many times have you built for wild boar?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't think I've ever built for them.
How many times have you built for mute swan?
I want to say twice.
How many
Maybe
times have
more.
you built for? Let's see. What are the other ones?
Sloth bear, technically once.
Lysant?
Lysant, I want to say once, but I could be entirely wrong. I want to. Okay, admittedly, I don't think I built for many of these animals too often, but I don't know. I'm looking at it from an objective lens. I kind of like these animals. I don't know.
I would say
Swan carries a lot of weight. I think.
And talking.
Yes. Okay, I'm looking at it compared to everything else. I think cooler animals than Asia Animal Pack, but not as cool as Southeast Asia. Zookeeper's Animal Pack. These last two. I know I'm going to get a little controversial, but the scenery for Zookeeper was incredible. Like all these small pieces. Like all these small pieces, all these wooden pieces, the tents, even like just stupid little things like the buntings. These are so helpful for like tiny builds. And the animals are great too. The spurred tortoise looked great. The palace cat was so highly requested. Markor was really needed. Dick is awesome. Big fan of that. Baboon, really, really awesome. Highly requested animal. Ah, man, I think it just beats out Arid just for pieces alone. That's my humble opinion. America's, though. This one's so difficult because objectively these are kind of boring animals. But I had fun with the pack, you know what I mean?
It's not even a full theme though, you know?
Yeah, it's just like, it's a supplemental. It's a supplemental theme.
I want to like it. I really do. And I feel like it had potential. And then it just like, because what did he even have? Saki monkey, coyote.
Saki, American flamingo, bush dog, bighorn sheep, ocelot, rhea.
Those are all good animals.
They're all good animals, yeah. I don't think any are essential, but
it lacks a headliner.
Yeah, absolutely. And it lacks like really solid pieces. I do like these pieces. I like this wood. In fact, I think I might throw a couple over here just to remind me to actually use these in the habitat. But
I use the ranch wood a lot.
This is a freaking Planet Coaster piece. I'm sorry. Like, I don't know. The pinatas are cool.
And all of the pieces basically feel like they go with the animals. And it's just like, I'd like something a little bit more versatile.
Yeah.
See, I even forgot there was an ocelot in this pack.
Yep. And I think that's one of the saddest things about... Who said that? Emithual? I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. But yes, American black bear, sub that out for any of these animals. I'll even say sub it out for the bush dog, and this would be a solid
sub
pack.
The ocelot, in my opinion. But
oh yeah, that too. I'm fine with anything, honestly, but
I think bush dog was at least unique. Like, I'll never forget seeing that thing swam. Was just like, wait, what? Oh my
god, yeah, that was such a fun little treat. But yeah, I would say this one. But I like these animals. The pieces aren't the best, but at least they have pieces. It goes right in between Europe and Southeast Asia.
That is completely fair, I think.
I think this is my official ranking. And I think I have a video to make soon.
Ranking.
Yeah, this, I feel comfortable. Honestly, no. I was about to push this to high C, but no. It just doesn't feel right. However,
I see.
High C. Wow, orange soda.
The drink, yeah.
But yeah, I'm fairly happy with this. I think this is a solid little representation of the best of Planet Zoo, you know?
Okay, hold on.
I'm holding.
Crocco makes a good point.
Yes.
I'm mad that they didn't do exhibit animals towards the end. So,
For sure.
what didn't have exhibit? Did Zookeeper have exhibit?
Zookeeper did not. The last exhibit animal
so
we got was the
Zookeeper-
Herman's tortoise.
So Zookeeper, Asia, North America, Americas, and was there one other besides that, or just those three?
Asia Animal Pack.
Yeah, so Asia, Americas, and Zookeeper. You have to choose an exhibit animal for each of those. What do you choose?
Oh, man. Okay, hold on. Give me one first. Give me one pack first.
I'll hold off on Zookeeper because I feel like that's the toughest.
Yeah.
Go for Americas. What do you do for Americas?
Americas. I gotta think about what's missing, you know? And honestly,
And
I
don't
gotta
look at chat
decide.
because I think Crocco has the right answer for Zookeeper.
Oh
so
no,
don't
I'm
look at chat.
scared. Let me think. Americas. I'm thinking about American animals that haven't been added. My gut wants to say Mexican beaded lizard, but that is obviously
Really?
not the correct choice. No, that's
No,
just
'cause
the
we have
first thing
Gila
that comes in
Monster.
mind. Yeah. I would say something that uses the walkthrough exhibit because obviously that's kind of like the best representation of the exhibit system and hopefully the kind that we would get in the sequel. So I'm thinking about some ways to use that. So I'm thinking about Americas that includes both North and South America. I bet they could do fish. I bet they could have done fish. And
Piranha.
Piranha, exactly.
If you have to pick one fish for Planet Zoo, I
It
think
would be piranha.
Is
Yeah.
decent.
Red-bellied piranha would be so good. But if you do want to hear me say a terrestrial animal, I gotta think about like a relatively common-ish or commonly requested like South American or Central American lizard, just to give that area a little bit more love.
Chuckwalla?
Chuckwalla would be interesting. Just something that like has a unique behavior. I don't know.
Is the thing that bleeds out of his eyes from Australia?
Oh,
I'm trying to remember.
Thorny lizard?
Something
I think
like
that's
that,
thorny
yeah.
lizard, yeah. I think they're from North America. That would count. Could be wrong. But I don't know. America's is tough, you know? And also, I haven't thought about what I would add to the game in years. So it's just a very difficult question. What was the last
Okay,
one we got? Asia
Asia.
Animal Pack. Gotta think about... Oh man, this is tough, guys. I'm sorry. You're putting me on the spot to end this. It's so tough because I don't necessarily pay too much mind to the exhibit, so I never really had a big wish list for them. What would you add? What would you add, Forge?
Oh gosh, let me just make sure I've got the right thing.
I would say Cobra. Absolutely Cobra. Doesn't matter what kind. But
Okay. Crocco said that for Zookeeper, and I feel like King Cobra for Zookeeper would be really cool.
I have a
there
controversial
was
one for Zookeeper, but I'm gonna save
Painted
that.
Terrapin?
Ooh. That's a fun one.
I remember seeing those at San Diego. They look so cool.
They are just like
but
Diamondback Terrapins,
also-
but upgraded. I love them.
Spooky Ghost says Mengshan Pit Viper.
Those
Holy
are
crap,
beautiful. Yes. That's a great one
Um,
right there.
If I had to pick a walkthrough for Asia Pack, controversially, Malayan Flying Fox.
I think bats are great.
but,
I'm
like,
trying to think of
whatever-
like other...
Whatever the biggest one is.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like other animals they could have added to that, but like
Slow Loris.
a slow loris would be fun. In terms of Zookeeper, though, I have a bit of a hot take. but I think it would go crazy. Literally any kind of like education animal, and the first one I'm thinking of is bearded dragon. I think people would eat that up.
It would be so awful. Like, it's a good one, but man, that in Zookeeper would just be a bad ending.
Yeah.
But
I understand why
I
people
think...
wouldn't like it personally, but I could get behind the idea, you know?
Nick is saying 5 macaws or hummingbirds.
Yeah.
I would say rainbow lorikeet if we're doing a walkthrough.
Or even budgies. I would be over the moon for
Budgies or
budgies.
rainbow lorikeets or both.
Yes.
Just to give a little bit of diversity. But if I had to pick an exhibit box for Zookeeper, ooh, I would
go simple and say sloth. I think that would be
for a box. For
an
exhibit box.
Oh, sorry, I thought you meant walkthrough. I think I kind of want to stick with bearded dragon, or just whatever other Madagascar hissing cockroach. I think would be fun. I know they're like, it wouldn't be exciting, but it would be fun. Because people could be like, hey, we have that at my local zoo.
Let me hit you with a veiled chameleon.
Oh, chameleon would be sick. I would love that.
Or
I'm a bigger fan of Jackson's chameleon.
Plumed basilisk.
Basilisk, yes. That would go hard.
Love those guys.
Man, there's just so much potential that came with those exhibit boxes. I just really hope they upgrade them in the sequel. Just to be a little bit more interesting, you know?
Even if you could, like... Sorry for yawning. Place a place for the animal to spawn.
Yeah.
Like something like the enrichment items. Where
yeah, that would be so good, dude.
I don't know. Or just more ability to customize.
Yes, sir.
Even without changing the shape of it. Just don't give us the same terrain thing. Even if you could like do the terrain editor just on the exhibit box.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that.
Like it's all locked to a single kind of like whatever. I get that. That would be very good, very handy. But I don't know. I have high hopes for it. I don't know if anyone else here watched Eben's video, but I was a big fan of what he had to say. He brought up some really good points in terms of like where they would allocate their resources. He was given examples of like a cup that you have and you can only fill it up with so much water. And like, I don't know, the way that he kind of represented it that I took away from it was habitat animals are your ice cubes. They're going to be eating away most at your computer and eating away most at your space. And the exhibit animals are there to be the water. They're there to fill up the gaps. And it really depends on, I don't know, how much you're able to squeeze in there. I don't know. I'm not explaining that well at all. I realize I am so sorry. But
I stopped watching talking about Planet Zoo videos a while ago.
I think there's so much merit in terms of like listening to what people have to say. I don't think much of what people are suggesting will get integrated, but I think there's some interesting factor where it's like the speculation. That's something that we lost a while ago, is the speculation. I know someone had a little video on that, but it feels like the magic is back.
Speculation.
I kind of like it sometimes.
And that's just me.
I get that.
It's just like at a certain point, it's just stop saying the same thing all the time. But
but
yeah,
now people actually have different ideas, which I like.
If they're gonna change up anything about the exhibits,
you're sleepy.
I would feel like they've got to do more. Dude, I've got a almost 2-year-old. Yeah, I'm sleepy.
Well, I'll tell you what.
This is the only time of day where he's not screaming.
I'll tell you what. We can go ahead and end it right here because I too am getting a little sleepy. Look at this. It's his birthday.
It's lovely.
What's his name?
Birthday.
What do we name him?
Let's take names from the comments.
Yes. Hello, Canu. We need a name for our male gorilla, Jonas. It doesn't do it for me, but it's his birthday, so we need to make sure he feels special.
Not getting anything from the chat.
I'm getting Bob.
No, not Bob.
Thank you,
not
Spooky. Bob. Good morning
Forge,
from
good
Sweden.
Morning from Sweden.
Hello.
Hi. I got that one.
Kong.
David?
Dave. Bonanza. Gerald. No.
Gerald.
Wait. wait. How did you know? I haven't named this yet, but this is Gerald's.
Right.
That's kind of crazy.
Be named after Gerald the seal, and the restaurant is named after Gerald the gorilla.
Ah. Okay. I think that's good. We can pay homage to him.
Lore.
Look at him. He's so happy it's his birthday. That's fun.
Really? Is that what you would describe that emotion? But
oh, absolutely.
Okay.
This is good.
This is looking good, dude.
Yeah, thank you. So we have this little bridge. We're gonna ignore that. So we have this little bridge over here. We have the little waterfall. We have a nice little Wimba tree right there. We have this little kind of closed up shop. I'm not a big fan of the colors. I'll change them out soon. But this habitat is feeling very good. I'm really into it. I gotta make this viewing gallery.
The more tree cover that you've got over the guest area, the better and better it's gonna be.
Absolutely. I'm actually gonna tuck in just a couple right over here, kind of like dueling trees, just to fill that out a bit. But that's feeling good.
I think honestly though, like one thing that San Diego does a bunch, not exactly right here, but if you remember like the area with the pygmy hippo and the crocodiles, how there's just kind of sometimes areas you go through where there's two viewing galleries, one on either side. I feel like that would be a cool thing to have here if you wanted to do pygmy hippos on the other side of this.
I might. I gotta see.
As a potential.
For sure. No, I like the idea. In fact, this little section right here, I'm not sure if I want to do something with that, but I gotta figure out what the layout is gonna be from here, because I know I want to continue this into kind of like, I don't know, more primates, more great apes. But that will be something to discuss for another time. We're going to end it right here. Look at this. It looks so good. Ignore all the crap everywhere.
Gilla.
But
Gilla.
What? Don't.
Gilla.
Please stop. Shut up. But with that being said, look at that. Gerald's coming over to say hi. So thank you guys so much for watching. Really do appreciate it. Thank you, Forge, for stopping by.
Of course, always happy to.
Yes.
This was so much fun.
Yeah, a little impromptu stream. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys did enjoy it, be sure to hit the little like button. It helps out a ton. And yeah, new San Cabrillo episode eventually, I guess. I gotta finish this up. But I'll see you all later. Have a great one.
All right, have a good one, guys.
Bye.